used this already.
Was I supposed to hold it?
Oh, don't say anything that I'm nice.
Do you know where they are now?
We begin in the Abbey with a mysterious Abbot. Welcome to Roll Q.
We are bloody, but we are fine. We are taking care of it. We do not need your assistance. Well, thank you for caring.
The Abbot will say, "Are you sure you do not want my assistance? I'm quite a gifted healer. The hands of Lathander will heal you, body and spirit. All your strength will return. But I would not do this without your consent."
Oksana turns to everyone, and I think she says this at full voice. Do we trust him? Is it worth trusting? She'll turn back to him, and how can I trust you when I don't think you are even yourself?
I have no idea what you might mean by that. I was able to bring Kala back, and she was in much worse condition than you are.
But at price. What is the price?
Oh, Lathander's gift is free to all.
Damn it, I really wish Muriel was here.
Make an insight check, Oksana. Silyth, you may as well if you wish. You are also watching him speak.
14.
16.
Neither of you see any deceit from him.
Ireena will say, honestly, if we've survived Strahd in this encounter, I don't see the harm. I will let you heal me, Abbot. But please promise that you will not hurt my friends.
I would not hurt anyone unless that person were a willing sacrifice to Lathander for the greater good. I will not hurt your friends. I promise.
Well, I am not a willing participant, but if Ireena here is going to do it, then I will stand next to her and do it as well. So if she die, I die.
I will also join because, well, I can't kill Strahd if I'm not to full health. All right.
I don't see the harm. It will come to you one by one. Ireena first. You can see a light come through her from her feet to her head. And awakes and she's like,
"It is all right. I feel so much better. Thank you."
Oksana, as his hand comes to you, you heal to full health and you get your packed slots back. It is as though you have the effects of a long rest.
Ooh. Well, I am so sorry that I doubt you. You touching me was consent, and I appreciate it, and yes, thank you.
He'll look at you, Oksana, and he'll say, "I did not notice before, but up close, I smell undeath on you. I see you are not breathing. You are obviously not a vampire. That would make you a dhampir. Do you like being a dhampir, or would you like it taken away?"
Considering everything that has happened, I need to think about this.
The Abbey of Saint Markovia will be open to you all.
She's very, what?
Silyth, you know a thing or two about healing, and the power with which the Abbot heals you is something you not only have never done, it's something you have never seen. You also get the benefits of a long rest. You're at full health and full spell slots.
She looks at him. Are there any side effects to your abilities?
Oh yes, the joy of Lathander. It's a great side effect.
That's lovely. I was thinking more of, well, any burden or never mind. I don't think I'm going to get a straight answer from you.
His blank stare moves to Esmeralda. He puts his hand on her shoulder. She's now fully healed. "Ha!" the Abbot says. "I believe you were on your way out when the Count Strahd arrived. Do not let me keep you from your business any longer. As I said, the Abbey is open to you, always." He'll turn, he'll walk slowly inside, and as he turns to shut the door, both of you make an insight check. Silyth, you happen to be looking away. Oksana, as he turns and as he starts to shut the door, he looks for the first time you see the monster that may be inside him. The door's shut and you stand in the cold courtyard once again, probably only about 9 o'clock in the morning. You can still see blood along the ground in spots.
So I think as they are coming to terms, Esmeralda, did you see your life flash before your eyes?
Yes, it was kind of nice actually. Which is not to say that I'm not glad I'm back. But it was, I didn't see the bad stuff. I didn't see the things that hurt. I didn't see the traumas. I saw the things that made me happy. Even here.
The spell I used on you, I've never used it before. It doesn't seem like something Loth would want me to use. What did it feel like when you came back?
It felt like I was in a hole and somebody grabbed my arm and pulled me out of it really fast. And then, as I was pulled out of the hole, when I reached the ground, my eyes opened. When you did the spell, though, I was still, everything hurt so bad. I was alive. I did not even know till this moment that it was you that did it, so thank you.
I don't know if I should cast that again.
Let's hope we don't need to.
Right, we just don't have to die, and I shouldn't have to worry about it.
Yes, let us go. Should we? I don't think we need to stay, right? Who's going to let Strahd keep us from Her wagon. I don't know. Where were we going?
We do need to go to the wagon. We should head out that way.
Do we need to do anything prior?
No, just get ready for it's a couple of hours walk. It's quite a bit of walking. So
Would you like to go ahead, or should we all? I guess we should all stay together. I cannot believe I am saying this.
there may be wolves in the woods.
And we cannot go toward Muriel, since it is already
We
long
can go
journey.
toward Muriel if you want to. It's about an hour out of the way, though.
We could use numbers, just in case.
That is a fair point, considering we were pretty much made mincemeat not too long ago.
And with the werewolves, we don't know how many there are.
I would think that all together is maybe 15, but it will not be 15 tonight. The whole point is tonight they're going to go hunt. So it's all the strongest ones will go, I hope. There will be guards, of course.
Esmeralda, what are we getting? They told me about the tower. Oksana? Yes, there was not a lot of... it was dusty. There was nothing in there. But maybe something in her wagon.
And yes, and when we get to the wagon, the werewolf cave is right on the other side of the lake. So once we are there, we're pretty much there.
Oh, all right.
And when we are camping out, I do have something I can do to keep us safe. If they see us, which they won't.
Silyth, do you have any further thoughts, or...
No, I'm in agreement with this plan. I honestly would like something else to do. I'm just replaying this last fight with Strahd, and it's making me very angry. So I think if we start out, go find Muriel, get to this wagon, maybe kill some werewolves, I'll probably feel better. End of day.
And I can keep us entertained with lots of conversation as we go. Oksana's like, maybe. Never mind. Like, maybe I still have it. My dear dogs suck.
Esmeralda just walks away. You head down the mountain of Krezk, across the bridge where the undead knight again bids you to see Sir Godfrey Gwillem at Argynvus Holt, the mansion.
Hail.
Hail, do you oppose Count
Close.
Strahd?
I am going to cast Turn Undead on this guy. I hate this guy.
No.
Alright, I won't. I'm turning over a new leaf. I will just work on keeping those thoughts in my head again. Okay.
He's not allowed to leave this bridge, so if you turned undead on him, I think the space-time continuum would unravel.
Yeah, I would like hit some weird NPC like
Yeah. Doc Brown would not want you to cast Turn Undead on him.
Hurley, we do not like Strahd. He is crazy, try to kill us, he kill us, we come back. We would like to go and pass, and we will see you later, yes?
Did you say that Strahd has killed you?
He has, but he brought us back.
It was the forces of Strahd that killed me as well, though not Strahd himself.
What forces?
We used to guard a temple to make sure that no one went through. This was when Argynvus the Silver Dragon was still among our numbers. And Strahd invaded the valley. This is when Strahd was but a man, a conqueror, to give this valley to his father, King Barov II. We fought very hard, but he was smarter than we. He killed us all. And then I felt as though a great hate pulled me from my grave. All my brethren were pulled from our graves, and we went to do battle with Strahd once again. This time we were more successful, but we realized, well, we were told Strahd had become an immortal. So we turned around and came home. Please go and see Sir Godfrey Gwillem, a knight of our order, and he remains at Argynvus Holt, our ancient headquarters.
How far are your ancient headquarters from here?
If you follow the main road, there is a path leading south. You'll go up a hill and then you will see it. It is impossible to miss.
Well, that must be pretty convenient when you have meetings at your headquarters. I don't know what you call your Freemason order.
We call ourselves the Knights of the Order of the Silver Dragon.
Oh, that's right.
Our Silver Dragon patron is gone.
See, that's where I got confused. Why do you have that in the name? Oksana, what am I doing? I'm making conversation with...
It is very, very nice to watch. I think you are doing an excellent job.
Oh, don't say anything that I'm nice. No, we can't have that.
You are a terrible, hateful person that everybody loves.
Okay, that's better.
Do we get... When we said the thing about Strahd and it prompted him to talk about the forces, did we get anything different about his personality? Or
About the knight's personality?
just, I don't know, fear or...
Make an insight check.
15?
15. He seems sad, regretful.
How many were there when you were killed?
How many of them or how many of us?
Of you, of your brothers and sisters.
We were 50 at that time, 50 strong.
And how many were left?
7.
Do you know where they are now? Ireena says.
I do not know. They seem to have been spared the undeath which plagues those of us who remain. Perhaps Commander Horngard did not need them or did not want them. I hope they are in the ground, and I hope they are at peace.
Rather than turning to head east, you head southwest, and half an hour later you are coming upon the Wizard of Wines, which you just left about 12 hours ago.
Oh my God.
No, not even that long. No, more than that, I guess. Almost 24 hours. It's quiet.
Oksana, full voice, will say, Muriel, it is Oksana and other people. She doesn't know that I am friends with you guys now and that I love you all. Muriel, it is other people with me. Could you please come out here?
You see a single raven from behind the building flying toward you. And just as she gets close enough for you to see the blue tail feathers, she immediately and very quickly morphs into. It's an interesting stage because she becomes full size and, human arms and legs, but she's still got the raven face and some of the raven feathers. But then eventually she does turn into Muriel and she says, "Hey, what's up? You guys are back pretty quick."
Yes, we really missed you a lot. Or I did, because we are best friends. I wasn't really sure how you got, where you went, and how we got separated, but I am glad we are here. We have some things we wanted to talk to you about. Silyth,
I have some things to talk to you about too.
Oh, okay. Well, where should we talk?
Right here's fine. And we can go inside and have a drink if you want. If it's wine o'clock?
It's always wine o'clock.
I might start drinking after today. Muriel.
Yeah.
I know it's difficult because you like to talk a lot, but when you want to go someplace quiet that you enjoy, where would that place be within this vicinity?
There's a spot out in the vineyard where there's a bench is all by itself, right in the middle. I have no idea what's there. That's the quietest place to get to. I normally fly there, but there is a path, so...
Take us to this bench along this path, and
Sure.
we will discuss.
You walk through the vineyard. The vines already seem to be... go ahead and make a nature check.
Nature check.
Mm-hmm.
I have -1.
12.
Or an 18. Oh,
So the vines are coming back already, and they seem to have grown grapes, since yesterday, and they are about half the size that you would expect a grape to be already. They're all purple.
Seems that the horticulture here is doing well. I was not I wasn't expecting the grapes to look like this. Not that I farm grapes, but I was reading about grapes.
Yeah, as soon as I flew back with the gem, I gave it to Davi, and he put it in the right place, and all of a sudden we got going again. That gem, super magic.
Oh,
You're welcome.
Thanks.
I had it. Don't you remember?
No, but I don't work here anymore, so
Well,
where
what
do you-
are you doing here?
No, it's fine. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly. I mean, the base of the keepers is still here, and I'm certainly still a keeper.
Really big battle with Strahd, and we really could have used you, but I had no way. I mean, we had no way of reaching you. We had even talked about coming to visit you on our way. This is the famous Van Richten, right? The big monster hunter.
I mean, I heard of him. Everybody's heard of him.
Well, this is his pupil. She looks at Esmeralda. How would you like to say it? Or no? Never mind. She is made woman. Self-made monster hunter.
Good to meet you. It's good to meet you too. Nice hair. Thanks. Nice leg. Funny, you should talk about wanting to get a hold of me. Davi wanted me to give you something. She'll reach into a knapsack and she'll pull out a whistle. It's a whistle, but it's carved in the shape of a raven. And she'll say, so this is called the Keeper's Whistle. Once a day you can blow this, and either I or another raven will come to you. We can't fight, but we can do a lot of things. We can take messages from you to somebody else. We can bring messages from somebody else back to you. We can spy on something, scout something, whatever you want. We owe you big time.
when you say other ravens, what are the other ravens that we could call?
Sort of don't get to pick. When you blow the whistle, it's sort of, whoever's closest will come to you.
What happens if they get there and then I don't like them and I want another? Can I send them back?
Whistle only works once a day.
That's so silly. All right,
I mean,
I don't want any redheaded ravens, okay? That's my request. But if anyone else can come, that's fine.
No, we don't have any redheads.
Oh, good. All right.
Liberties.
I just think it would look weird. It just kind of goes, it's very like fair hair and it's a weird juxtaposition with a were-raven, don't you? Kind of like messes up I don't know why I've analyzed this so much. See, you guys keep making me talk about things that don't make any sense.
Do you not think I would be a nice-looking raven? I've got red hair.
Do you want to be a raven, Ireena?
Not particularly, no.
See, it doesn't go with the color scheme.
Fair.
Good thing you don't want to be ravens. I mean, we could turn you into them, no problem. But it takes months and months and months of training to figure out what you're doing.
Well, that's good that we have a messenger. Whistle.
Speaking of knowing what you're doing, Davian also wanted me to tell you something. We listened to those clues you got from Madame Eva, and there's one about an underdog, like a thing that'll help you with the underdog.
Is that you?
No. Davian thinks it's something called the Holy Symbol of Ravenkind, he said it was called. It's like a necklace of a sun. He said his grandfather stole it from Castle Ravenloft with Ismark the Great and Ligdana. Ligdana had it and got lost when she died, so we don't know where it is, but hopefully at least helps you to find it knowing what you're looking for. Necklace like a sun.
Speaking of suns, we met the Abbot. He was quite an acolyte of Lathander. That was an experience. Have you ever talked to him?
Never talked to him. We've definitely flown up there and taken a look here and there. It's a weird place. Everybody's there is pretty weird. Honestly, the Abbot's the least weird of anybody, which is kind of, amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. And he's working on making brides, so little arts and crafts project, a little macabre, but...
That's the kind of thing where normally I like to ask for details, but I don't think so.
I don't want to give details. I'm clearly struggling with small talk. It's not one of my strengths. Oksana, you should ask more questions.
Yes. The Abbot has a bride that he creates like construct, but I think she has mind of her own. And she is going to be offered to Strahd. And I'm just wondering, do you have any ideas of how we could prevent this before we have to go to meet him? Were you invited? Did you get one of our +1s?
Oh, yeah.
Did I just want to make sure that, do I exist? You can hear me?
Yes.
So when I said I don't want to know anything, you decided to tell me the whole thing?
Well, I mean, Silyth ask questions, and so I give context. But
that's not a question at all. You told me a bunch of stuff I don't want to know.
I did ask you if you were going with us to Strahd
as
our +1.
No, I'm not invited to there. No, I'm not going there. No way.
The Baron and the Baroness of Krezk are missing their child. He is a werewolf, and I guess they are all werewolves, and I don't know if you knew this. Did you know?
No. I don't really I don't get up to Krezk, maybe about once every couple of weeks we fly up there and take a peek, but
I know,
it's
cold. There. Yes. Well, I think they are keeping it on the down low.
You can understand.
But their son, he did not, they take preventative measures of trying to not hurt anyone, and he did not take the Wolf's Bane to do this, and he is now gone, and they are trying to look for him. Esmeralda here thinks she knows where he is, and we are wanting to help to bring him back.
I know.
Well, yes, I'm just trying to give a little grace here, that not everyone needs to know everything.
It is a funny thing to say that they don't need to know everything when you said literally everything I can possibly think of.
Well, just in case there are listeners that are driving in their car right now listening and have never listened to us before but have gotten about an hour and a half into this, we are so happy to have you, and now we wanted to give you all of the exposition that you have missed. Muriel, tell us everything you know. If you are not going to, we want you to come with us, but if you choose not to, we need to know everything we need to know, that you know.
There's only one thing I know that is important for you to know that you don't know.
I know.
Davian doesn't know this, but I kind of spied on Madame Eva giving a reading to Count Strahd.
That would have been nice to know prior. What did you...
didn't really tell anybody before.
You didn't trust us?
I just didn't, it didn't come up.
Silyth sits down on this bench, shakes her head. All right, we'll get us up to speed. What happened with the reading?
I memorized it, but I don't understand hardly any of it. So it's 5 cards. So is the Dark Lord, the Master of Shadows, the Beast in the Labyrinth that tears at his chains. Then it was the 6 of Stars, the Evoker, the Power You Covet, a force untamed by mortal hands, raw and wild with burning fury. Third was the Artifact, the token you seek, the key to power, divinity's heart waits but where. Fourth, the Innocent, I see Madame Eva sees a maid of raven hair and twilight eyes. She's the one way to the token. But there's another, it's the last one, there's another, the Broken One. The path of sacrifice opens another door, the wall that whispers awaits your tribute.
I think we know some of this, right?
We were just there in the Abbot. There was
someone changed, right? Bird?
Yeah, some kind of beast.
Fuck. What do we know?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
Will say. Marzena, she's one of the grotesques.
The others mentioned about wanting to become not pure, but perfect.
And go to the castle, Ireena says. I don't know why you would want to go to that castle. There was something about an artifact.
Muriel says, the artifact, the token you seek, the key to power, divinity's heart waits, but where?
Okay, I think it might be divinity's heart. We don't know where. It is the heart, maybe, of the Baroness, maybe. And then if he take the heart, then maybe he will become himself again. Maybe there is like some quid pro quo or something. Because the Abbot he's blind. Remember the fog? This was covering his eyes.
Right.
And he was the broken one. We thought he was. He's definitely broken. But maybe Broken One has something to do with one of the constructs. I don't know what we refer to them as, but one of the grotesques, which I think we should come up with a different word, even though they're kind of grotesque. They didn't choose that. Would you like to come with us to try to get Ilya back, and maybe we can figure out some of these things? I mean, you have it in your mind, and I don't know about you, but I didn't write it down. I can't remember things very well.
I mean, yeah, I guess I'd come with you. I wanted to guard these guys and be here, but it's pretty quiet. So I think everything's okay. I don't want to be away for like a long time, but how long do you think this werewolf thing will take?
Well, when's our dinner with Strahd? Is that tomorrow night or the night after?
I think it is tomorrow night. So probably in like 7 sessions.
Well, since you're not going to be one of our +1s to the dinner, I suppose it would just be, we should probably get all the werewolf business done tonight. Esmeralda mentioned that they're out hunting, and so yeah, it would only be a day. It's just 1 day away from home. It's not that big of a deal.
And it might, answer some questions you might have about what you overheard. They must be lingering.
I mean, maybe, yeah, I'll come with you.
Should we know something about your relationship with Ilya before we get started? Because things I would really have liked to have known about you and Ludmilla, the one who was terrible. I did not know this, so is there anything with Ilya or Kirill?
To be fair to me, I didn't know about Ludmilla until she said that she killed Eric. I don't even know this Ilya person. I've heard the name Kirill like through the woods when we see the werewolf once in a while, but I don't really know any of these people. So,
do you think any of these mountain folk that are brethren or of the Kavan would be interested in helping to police the area to help these werewolves not hurt people?
I don't think so. We could always ask him, but that mountain girl that we saw in the woods, that's the only mountain folk I've seen off the mountain.
Okay.
They're pretty holed up there.
Well, let's go. Right. It's time to go.
Oh, you know what? I do want to take a bottle of wine for the road, just in case. If I'm going to die again, it doesn't really matter. I'd like to have something nice to drink.
Sure. We got the purple grape mash. We don't got anything nice, but works the same way.
Never mind. If I'm going to drink, it's got to be something good.
I think we can prestidigitate something, right? Or no, that might be something.
Can you prestidigitate?
No,
Can you turn water to wine?
No,
prestidigitation.
I think you can make it taste better, a sensory.
Add some extra terroir.
I don't know. I feel like you could give it chill, warm, or flavor up to 1 cubic foot of non-living material for an hour. So if you can drink said thing in an hour, we can make it taste good with the prestidigitation.
You know what? The player in me says yes, because I want to prestidigitate some wine, because I've never done that. That sounds
Well,
great.
yeah. I mean, I bet the Martokovs will hire you if you're looking for a job when all this is over. Just go into the bars and prestidigitate and swill into some good stuff. Really help.
It's only like a foot.
It's a cantrip, right? Oh, well, I can cast mending, and then we could repair the labels on here, and then we could just have a little bit of an entrepreneurial side hustle.
Oh my gosh, we could do this, and then we could sell it on the Etsy.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you can erase the labels, they very clearly seem not for resale.
Update the labels, just over. And then we have to get the Etsy weird notifications that even though you turn off, they turn back on. You know what I'm talking about. So annoying.
Someone is listening to this right now on their commute, and they're nodding, and they're like, yes, Oksana, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, but I will say we support small business owners, so
Yes,
do this. Let us go.
Takes you about 2.5 hours to get there. Muriel flies ahead a little bit to scout, walking up the causeway towards the tower, which you can see. And off to the right, just like it was, is the yellow wagon with big red paint saying property of Esmeralda de Avnir. Doesn't look like anybody messed with it.
Muriel, wow, this is a really great looking wagon. I've never really had a wagon before. This is pretty cool. Esmeralda, how many wagons have you had in your lifetime?
One, I take good care of this one.
Oh, wow. What is it require to take care of a wagon?
Wood, paint, little grease for the wheels now and again.
Oh, why did you choose this color? What color is the wagon?
I mean, it was just wood, and I chose yellow because I want to stand out.
It looks more like a canary color to me.
Okay.
Walks over, looking at the wagon. Is there anything there that looks like you could yoke an animal to it?
Yes, there is.
Wow. What kind of animals do you have, Esmeralda? What goes over in this?
Well, I have an ox. I didn't, once we got here,
What's the
though,
ox's
I let
name?
him go. What's that?
You let him go?
Yeah, I don't want him to have to stay here. This awful place.
Oh, I
mean,
never let...
I told him where to go. Sure, he's fine.
Will he come back?
Bruce? No, Bruce won't come back.
Bruce. I don't know if I've ever met an ox named Bruce.
I mean,
Well,
how many ox have you met?
Two ox. Sometimes when I'm flying around, I see other animals and kind of feel like a connection, but neither of their names were Bruce.
What were the names?
Well, the first one is really funny. His name was Henrik, but he felt it was too formal, so he goes by Henry. And then the other one went by Wolfgang, which I thought was just so silly for an ox named Wolfgang. I mean, could you imagine an ox named Wolf? I cried wolf a lot. I miss him.
I mean, it is sort of odd, because a gang of wolves would be like eat an ox.
Oksana has walked around the wagon. I have been wondering what this thing do and what this thing do last time I was here, but I was, trying to respect your space. But I was thinking maybe we could trigger this boom.
This is catastrophically bad idea.
Oh,
Like I say, I only really have the traps for spite.
is it divine?
No, not super religious, to be honest.
Well, let us get what we are supposed to get.
You got it. She will lay on her back and sort of barrel roll underneath the wagon, and
Do
she
a
reaches
barrel
up and she'll say, "Is it trapdoor?" Not trapped. Irony. So she'll open it, sort of climb herself through. She's not there very long, and you hear, "What the mother puss bucket? I've been robbed! My perfume! My liar! Why didn't my traps work?" That's good. Her head pokes out from the bottom upside down, and she gets her arms through, and she's completely upside down, and she's holding these two scrolls, and she says, "Luckily, whoever it was didn't find these. Here." She'll roll the scrolls out. I got to get the one more thing.
What are these scrolls? I'm picking it up, okay?
Silyth reaches over and covers Muriel's mouth. Yes, what are the scrolls? Oksana, what's on them?
She roll it out?
This doesn't look like a spell that you... It doesn't look like a spell that you have cast. It's definitely not a spell you've cast before. You're not sure if it's one you could cast or not.
I think this is something that I have been very good at in my past, but I feel like it would just not be polite of me to do this in front of everybody because I am so smart and I am actually wise too, Silyth,
You're a wise warlock.
Esmeralda will climb out. She's holding this little metal thing and she'll go like that. And it spreads out. Spyglass.
Ooh, Oksana puts on the goggles.
Does it look different with the goggles on?
Does it?
Make a perception check with advantage.
11.
It's a spyglass. It doesn't look particularly interesting.
It's a spyglass. It looks very nice. Is it anything else to you, Esmeralda?
No, it's a glass that I use to spy on things.
Is this what my goggle do?
I believe you can see a little further away with it.
I can see a little bit further away, but my eyesight in and of itself, eyes of the eagle, I will look over it. These are hideous, never not mine. I don't want to wear them.
And what about these spells, Esmeralda?
This one is called Major Image. It's good if we need a distraction of some kind. And this one will remove a curse. This is for if we get bit. Do not become werewolf. Only one time use though.
Oksana, in her mind, she doesn't ask this out loud, but she goes, I wonder if I could be a changeling, vampire, and a werewolf all at once. This would be quite an achievement.
Eltha's going to remove her hand from Muriel's mouth, which is a mistake because she's going to start talking about the ox again. Esmeralda, I don't suppose you have any, like, chewing gum or taffy or something to give our loquacious were-raven friend?
Maybe fidget cube.
Fidget cube.
I have rope if you want to gag her.
No, I'm trying to, take some steps away from my old ways.
Me too, yeah. It was a test to see if you would do it.
Oh, okay.
You passed.
I like test. Okay.
We go.
Never mind. All right.
She walks you around the lake to the other side, and not very long, you come to this sort of hollow. It's down, trees are surrounding it, and there's sort of a little hollow down there, maybe 20 feet across. Peering through the trees, Esmeralda will point. That's it right there. And looking through the trees, you do see a cave mouth that is open. How about you guys do a game plan? I got something I gotta do. She will pull out a stone from her bag, a small red stone, and she will walk to the edge of the hollow, muttering a spell. As she does, you see as she walks around, the circle starts to glow and glyphs start to be like along the thing. And she just continues on, and as she goes by...
Muriel, very interested in this, puts her hands on her hips and leans over. Wow, what you doing over there, friend? That looks really cool. Is this what you used to do with your ox? Do you guys do these together, like bonding activities, or...?
So, this spell is going to take a long time. It's going to take about an hour.
That's okay, I can talk. I like to talk during that time.
She continues.
Is there something we can do to help?
Yes, actually. We need to have a fire, so you can go get some wood, kindling, that type of thing.
Ireena goes to start picking up stuff that's closest and working her way out.
Probably takes you about 20 minutes if you're working together to get enough wood for a fire. By that time, Esmeralda's about halfway done with the circle.
All right. While she is, does she have to concentrate? Can she talk while she's doing that?
She can talk while she's doing it.
All right. So you say they leave to go hunting. When do they leave?
I don't know. This was supposed to happen. Dark, I would think.
So we just hide like around the rocks near the cave? Or is there a plan for this? I mean, I could turn into something. Or
You can turn into something?
well, a person of a humanoid. Ooh, would it be helpful to turn into the Abbot or the Baron? Or would there be someone enticing enough for everybody to leave? I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. I think maybe we wait until they leave. But there's a couple ways to get in. One is to talk our way in, so maybe you could make yourself look. Is there somebody you know who is a werewolf, maybe? Or was a werewolf that you could make yourself look like? So then they think you're that person.
Oksana, what if you pretend to be one of those people that you've come back from the dead?
I wonder, do you think they were like rejected from the pact? I wonder if it would be a bad thing. What about the boy or young man that we got the wolf's bane for out of Bernbergdorns? I don't know if you were here. Were you here with us? Had we met you yet? Okay, we had to help someone that was becoming werewolf. Did we ever talk to him?
No, but you saw him.
Was he Ilya?
Make an intelligence check. Just straight intelligence.
At 20.
This guy was bit, but never made it there. They might not know him from sight, but the werewolf pack is, whenever they bite anyone and that person does turn into a werewolf, eventually this is where they turn up and they sort of become part of the pack. Like that's the whole kind of idea that they're like, hey,
would they be able to sense that Oksana was not?
With a natural 20, the problem you'd have would be the smell.
Yeah.
You could look just like one. You can't smell like one.
I smell like them, Pierre. Okay.
Esmeralda will say, why don't you take a look in my bag while I'm doing the spell?
Oksana will go to the bag, looks in bag. Lots of things.
It's like a little bottle with the stopper.
She puts it on her head.
You find it?
Yes. Is this wolf's bane?
Definitely not. It's werewolf fluid.
What kind of fluid are we talking about?
It's piss, werewolf piss. But if you pour the piss on you, probably smell pretty much like werewolf. You will smell like piss, of course. But when you're done, you do the digit, and then you don't smell no more, right?
Did he ever speak around us?
The guy? No.
Yeah.
He moaned a little, miserable. But no, he never talked to any. He was
Who is
a
he related
Vistana.
to?
You knew that.
He would sound like that. Okay.
Vistana accent would make sense if the werewolf that bit him recognized him.
Okay. All right, guys. This will be an undertaking, but I will take one for the team. And
I'm surprised that you are okay with getting
piston,
especially on your shoulder pads.
I have made them removable. She hasn't. She literally hasn't. You have this thing called mending. Can you unmend?
Can I unmend? I don't think I can. No, I mean, I could just break it for you if you wanted, and then we could mend it.
The unmending spell, or rip.
I mean, if I have to do strength on it, I can, but...
No. Okay. I will, yes, I am going to make them removable. It is okay. She will say, look, I can take them off. It is very amazing. And she goes and it totally rips her sleeve. And she turns around and says, yes, it is off the shoulder, look. And does the same on the other side. So she no longer has her amazing shoulder pads. She does not want them to be pissed on. And then she will take the stopper and with her mouth closed.
Esmeralda finishes the spell. The glyphs glow once and then go away. She says, okay, even if they see us, they can't get in here. Just stay inside the circle if they see. You used the piss already?
Was I supposed to hold it?
I mean, they're not going to live for hours.
But I didn't want to just stand there holding my piece.
Well, you're not holding it anymore. But I will ask, maybe you sit on the far side of the circle.
All right. Fine.
Good news is... You definitely smell like wolf piss.
What was the aura of the werewolf that I just doused my piss?
The aura of the werewolf was actually almost like a flashing red because it was scared.
Aww.